Breaking news, we're going to go up to Desmond
Oh,
Shaw.
my
Desmond, we
goodness.
know you are over that
Wow.
house that was supposed to have a slow burn in Pacoima.
No.
This looks like an explosion.
Yeah, Pat, this is insane. It looks like bombs went off in there. LAPD was not kidding when they said that they were concerned about the materials that were used for making fireworks inside of this home in Pacoima. They were taking all these precautions, and they had told us they were getting ready to start this, and we expected it to be something fairly underwhelming. It was supposed to be not that big of a deal, and it literally exploded, and now we have a huge fireball that has gone up here. Now you can see exactly why LAPD took the extra precaution to evacuate those 60-plus homes in the area. As I widen this out, this is probably going to be visible from the 5 freeway. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be going, what in the heck is going on right now off of the 5 as you pass by. So really, really crazy stuff. Definitely did not expect to see this. And, wow, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, it was already crazy enough that no one got injured more seriously in the initial explosion. Now a fireball going off, and, boy, we'll see how long this burns, Pat. Really crazy stuff.
Yeah, they're talking about how many dangerous chemicals were inside. And first thing I'm thinking about, Desmond, is how many are released into the air right now. That's what it looks like. And as you said, we know that the immediate area is evacuated, but who knows how far, this can travel. Not only these fumes and with those chemicals that were inside. Just amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and look, I mean, right when we had the initial explosion, we had some stuff kind of travel out. I mean, it really did explode, and this is a very hot fire, and now you can see how it is spreading right here as I double in to almost onto the neighboring property. I mean, there's a lot of trees here right now. We know that LAPD was waiting. Wow, more really intense. Look at that. That is so crazy. Never seen anything like this before. This already is, I mean, what we filmed in 2021 in South LA, that was crazy in a very different way, but this is just an insane fireball. There's almost no words for it. I was saying that LAPD was waiting for the right wind conditions. We know they wanted under 5-mile-an-hour winds, and again, this is exactly why, but there's still a lot of trees around here. Definitely worried about this fire spreading. They're going to be hesitant to move in very closely because this is such a volatile situation that we're still beginning to see things explode. They covered this home right here in tarps. I'm not sure. I don't think it's not looking like that is going to be sufficient. And then, is there anything inside of that home as well that could be very combustible? I think this was all part of the same property, but look at just explosions continuing. How much material was inside of that structure? This is just something else.
And these were, well, the materials were things that you would use to make fireworks. They didn't quite have, from what we understand, they didn't have the actual fireworks themselves, but the materials to make them, which, as we can see, are still so very, very combustible. And guys, I'm looking at this picture from Desmond Shaw and those bushes that seem to be on fire. There's another small fire to the bottom left of your screen, and who knows, what could happen there, or just how long and just how widespread that this could become. I'm hoping not, but how do you combat something like this? You don't, right? You just let it burn because it's too dangerous.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I would think they have to keep their distance on this one. I mean, maybe, if you get some hook and ladders from a couple hundred feet back or something, but, I know Mike was talking earlier about that they were worried that some of the chemicals in there might react to water in a way to actually explode. So it's just insane to think that someone here was mixing these kinds of materials to create fireworks, right in their home, and nearly died doing it. And it just kind of gives you an idea of all of the stuff that person was working with. Just so volatile, so insanely dangerous. It's really, really breathtaking stuff, and you can see why they built those berms. We've never seen here. I'll kind of highlight all of this. Okay, so now here we go. Yeah, so here's that little one of those little robots that they have that they can get into dangerous areas like that. So they had everything, and look at now as it's actually kind of widening the nozzle here. But you see the reaction there. If it might even, I don't know if it's hitting. I would have to imagine that they had the power turned off to this structure. But yeah, this is really crazy. So just so glad that LAPD was as prepared. They were definitely right to take every precaution. LAPD, LA City Fire everything that they did with the situation on Remington and Remick.
Yeah, they had 26 homes evacuated yesterday. Today, 60, and we see why. Going to bring Mike here in this conversation, but we're also going to go back to how this first started. And when I say first started,